The oldest child is the most responsible, the middle child is often neglected, or the youngest child is often spoilt. Does this sound familiar? Well, let's take a look at what some of our friends have to say.
Yes, actually I believe that birth order shapes personality. How your personality is affected depends on what responsibilities you have to take up or what responsibilities you have to shoulder.
I think birth order does not affect personality because there are other things like your education. Sometimes whether you believe this sort of thing is up to your own beliefs, and which is not determined by your birth order.
To a certain extent, it affects the birth order affects the personality, but to another extent that it doesn't, because it is dependent on your environment, I guess. Yeah.
I think it's true to a large extent because as a middle child myself, especially since my siblings' ages were very close to mine, I felt like a bit neglected by my parents.
Okay, the reason why I say that it doesn't really affect the personality-wise is because as you grow up and everything, the people around you affects your personality change as well.
So it's like in the end I've solved a lot of my own problems. In a lot of senses I'm quite independent myself.
Now that you've heard them, do you believe that birth order shapes personality? Let's take a look at what psychologists have found. We have two studies, one by Tamata Gupta and the other by Blaise Richick and Kelly.
The first study conducted by Tamana Gupta was based on the Big Five personality traits, which are neuroticism, openness, conscientiousness, agreeableness, and extroversion. People with high neuroticism worry a lot and are often anxious and depressed. People with high extroversion are social butterflies who are chatty, sociable, and gain energy from large crowds. People with high openness enjoy adventure. They are curious, enjoy art, and they have vivid imaginations. People with high agreeableness are more trusting, compassionate, helpful, and warm. And people with high conscientiousness have a strong sense of duty, are dependable, disciplined, and achievement-focused.
Gupta had three different hypotheses. First being that firstborns have significantly high conscientiousness. Second was that middleborns have relatively higher extroversion and lower neuroticism. And finally, lastborns have significantly higher agreeableness and openness.
They used surveys done by 77 young adults of different birth order, selected randomly from Bhiwani colleges, and found that the first hypothesis was correct, that the firstborns displayed a significantly higher conscientiousness. However, for the other two hypotheses, they found no correlation.
This study by Blaise Richick and Kelly included independent self-reports from both firstborn and laterborn siblings in the same family. The study is conducted among 4 categories of participants. First, undergraduate students at a mid-sized public university. Second, siblings closest in age. Third, participants' peers on participants' personality. And fourth, participants' parents.
Similar to Study 1, this study was conducted using the Big Five personality traits. The results of the study showed that while parents perceived similarities and differences between their children, it was not because of their birth order. The ratings of the children's neuroticism levels were positively correlated, while ratings on openness, conscientiousness, and agreeableness were not correlated, and in addition, the children's extroversion levels were negatively correlated.
As opposed to popular belief, personality is not affected by birth order. Rather, by differences in genetic dispositions that result in different experiences, and by differences in non-shared environments such as different peer groups.
To conclude, the studies have shown that there is no link between birth order and personality. Instead, personality is often shaped by other factors including family influences, child's upbringing and education, and their personal experience, etc.
In addition, the studies had limitations. One limitation was that parents who perceived one child as extroverted were likely to perceive the other child as less extroverted, which might not be the case when compared to societal standards. Another limitation is how siblings' personalities are compared within the family rearing environment, which do not translate into the child's personality outside of home. Lastly, these standards of rating personalities are often subjective and might differ from societal standards.
Thus, we conclude that birth order does not shape personality.
Wait, so we just
Or you can interact with each other like the oldest one push or the youngest one.
I'm the youngest out of 3 siblings. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just pose. Just don't move at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah. What else did I say?